Okay, it's about the time, so we'll start the session. And there are a few more people joining in. Uh, I welcome you all at Guru Schools. My name is Dev Karlikar, and thank you so much for taking time out from your busy schedule, considering it's a weekday. And those who are on the East Coast, it's a late night. Sincerely appreciate that. Today, we're having introductory session on Salesforce administration and business analysis. We have few technology training tracks which are very popular in nature just because of the ease of learning, and Salesforce admin plus BA is one of those technical track. We train, give and take about 150 people only on Salesforce administration business analysis every year. Those who follow stock market can see Salesforce stock and can see the growth of Salesforce in terms of being a customer relationship management CRM tool. It's very easy to learn, and it also enables you, for those who are looking to make a career or a switch of their career in corporate America, enables you to have at least a six-figure salary working at corporate America. Those who don't know about us, I'm just trying to give a little backdrop. Though the name resembles and is self-explanatory, Guru School is a modern marketplace. It's kind of the regenerated form of what it used to be the ancient Gurukul. We strongly believe education is one strength that once it comes, it stays with you forever, and it only grows by sharing that knowledge. So we bring you and we provide you the world-class training as well as support in the information technology education. Um, for those who are looking to make career, it enables you to give theoretical as well as the practical experience. For many people who are lateral resources, meaning experienced resources, working on the legacy or the older skills, this also provides a platform to upskill and to retool, unlearn and relearn the new skills, which is the need of the hour to keep your job. That also enables you, the candidates to sharpen and further shape up their career landscape in the USA. So it's a good blend of not only theoretical training, but also project work, having a reference ready resume, enabling you to prepare yourself interviewing with the vendors, enabling you to prepare yourself with the end client and also the project support. On an average, we have placed about 80% of our students after a few months of their training is done. As our company policy, we also give 10% of our earnings for various social causes. During COVID-19 in the USA as well as in India, USA we helped about 12,000 people, and in India we helped about 8.7 lakh people in terms of giving them 1 month ration, gloves, masks, and other sanitizers. That's our art of giving, and as we grow bigger and better, our art of giving becomes bigger and better also. Some of our technology focused areas in no particular order are cloud DevOps, big data, Python data science, Java and .NET full stack microservices, robotics process automation using UiPath and Blue Prism, Selenium QA automation, business intelligence reporting tools like Tableau, ClickView, Salesforce administration, business analysis and development, project management, business analysis, Scrum, business analysis, quality assurance, and Scrum. We are also product partner for some of the products, needless to say, that enables our employees to have an appetite towards getting certified for some of the technology tracks. It also helps them in their career, and from the client perspective, as far as an organization, we work with over 20 universities in the USA for their student exchange program, primarily for the graduate school. And we also help those universities for their content and design development, providing those students internship projects, IT training, as well as after finishing their masters, giving them employment visa sponsorship, immigration sponsorship. We also work with many small to mid-size clients, primarily on the tri-state area, hotel, motel, restaurants, and many small businesses, wherein we support their website design development, digital marketing, and if not all, but some of these projects works as an opportunity for you to teeth in as a real-time project work also. 2020 will be a year we all will remember as long as our life goes. It led us to global recession. If we talk about USA, about 50 million people lost their jobs, and negative growth of our economy. What we can do? Well, those who can do something must do it, and hence we are trying to rise up to the occasion and providing a platform wherein by virtue of giving training, by virtue of giving hands-on project work, it is going to help most of you, if not all of you, towards seeking an employment in a corporate America, which also means reducing the unemployment. We have over 600 odd training inquiries from people like you. That's pretty overwhelming, and for different tracks, and we plan on giving those technology tracks. Most of those tracks will be starting from October 12th, including that of Salesforce administration and business analysis. Most of these tracks are about 6 weeks in duration, which will give a good overview of theory as well as the practical experience. This tracks runs weekdays as well as weekends, about 1.5 hour a session and 4 sessions a week. If you plan on seeking a job and seeking a job through us, then this training will be free for you. I would say it's our way of giving it back to corporate America and investing in people. Why we are unique in a way, as I mentioned earlier, you might have come across many training organizations who will try to ask you, rob you, or take anywhere from $400 to $1,000, and then try to dump a few videos or few sessions, and then they're gone, and you feel cheated like. Whereas there will be about 10-15% genuine companies who would love to invest in the future employees, in people, by giving them career-oriented training, project work, as well as ensuring that not only they seek employment, but they can retain that employment by giving them the project support. So it's a good blend of theory, along with the theory, the practical project experience. Once you are done with your 6 weeks of training course with the simulated or the live project, it enables you to write a resume which is reference ready, something which you can really show as a project which you have done as a part of training. The trainer and the mentorship coaches will also help you towards vendor interviewing and client interviewing, enabling you to seek a job, and after that, ensuring that they are for you for giving you the project support. So you stay on a project as long as you can. We seems to have a good number of people today. As I said, this is the first introductory session. Uh, at a holistic level, it will give you a good overview on Salesforce administration and business analysis. Once our trainer is done with his training overview, please feel free to have few questions which you may ask. If you're hesitant in asking any questions, or if a question comes after this training schedule, you can always send us an email at training@guruschools.com, and our talent acquisition team will be happy to respond to any of those remaining questions. If you missed this session, needless to say, we are recording this session. So we will be archiving it on our website, as well as the link will be provided for you as well as the other people who for some reason missed it. Today, our subject matter expert is Devendra Bhardwaj. He has extensive experience working on customer service, sales in general, as well as from the technology perspective on Salesforce administration, business analysis, and development. He has worked on domestic projects in India as well as the US based projects also, which gives an opportunity for you to learn as and when you enroll for this training track. This particular training track will be starting on 12th of October. Those who have any additional questions, you can see on the flyer, training@guruschools.com. You could send us an email and we'll be more than happy to answer most of those questions. So without doing any further ado, uh, Devendra ji, you can start the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dev sir. So, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, hello all, and good morning, good evening, based on the timeline. So,
Hello.
myself, Devendra Bhardwaj, carrying almost 4+ years of experience. Already, Dev sir introduced me, like in the customer service and in the Salesforce admin, business analyst. So, talking about myself, so I started my career with support project of Salesforce. Like I was working on the Service Cloud, but to gain more knowledge in terms of Salesforce, I opted myself for certifications. So I'm certified app builder, Salesforce admin as a developer 401. So to gain the more knowledge on Salesforce, I practiced a lot in Salesforce to get good achievement in the Salesforce ecosystem. So coming to the training like schedule, we will have 6 weeks of training that Dev sir already told us. So taking you to the first slide. Uh, many of you have heard about the word Salesforce. So Salesforce is like it's a cloud, like it's a customer relationship management (CRM). So it was founded by Mark Benioff in 1999, and along with their partners. So Salesforce is divided into many categories. For example, you can say Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Service Cloud. So they have jumped into more of like customer relationship management. So if the customer is taking purchasing some products, so they will market their product, they will sell their product, and they will also provide service as to their products. So for taking the example, I was working on the marketing cloud. So if some products are coming, so we need to create the campaign and market the products, and to sell them we need to generate the leads, and if customers are facing issues, so we need to provide the service. So Salesforce, being on the smarter side, has put up their technologies in such a way that they can utilize all the services they provide. So basically it's the customer relationship management, and so without a customer we cannot earn. So Salesforce is providing uh, so much of services. It's a pay per use service, like whatever we pay, whatever, so what we get. So it's a and so when we will start the training, we will have the developer account. It's a free of cost. So Salesforce is providing the developer account. It's free of cost, and we can like sign in, and we can get our hand dirty while playing in the playground. So we can sign. It's a sign up page of Salesforce, and after that, after signing, it's a Salesforce is basically divided into two parts. Like it's on classic mode and Salesforce Lightning. So basically, it's a on you all can see my screen. So it's a classic view. So it's a classic UI you can see while you will be logging into Salesforce. So like you can see, it's a home, chatter, campaign, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. So they are the part of Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. Like I already mentioned, campaigns. So it's associated with Marketing Cloud, and accounts. It is for sales. Opportunities for sales. Forecast is for sales. So we have contracts, order, cases, and all like related to Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and Sales Cloud. And it's a UI of Salesforce Classic. And taking on to Salesforce Lightning. So it's a Lightning version. So earlier Salesforce has only the classic version. So after upgrading the release, so every uh, year they have three releases. So and it's a Lightning UI. So it's a advanced version of classic. So whatever we can do in classic, as so in Lightning also we can do the same thing, but it's advanced version. So we can see the things in like proper manner. And coming back to the evolution of sales for cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? So the practice of using a network of remote resource server hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or a personal computer is cloud computing. So, for example, like earlier, we need servers to keep our data stored, but due to Salesforce and cloud computing, we are in such a generation, so we can store our data on cloud. For example, Google Drive. So it's a best benefit of Salesforce. Salesforce, what we, like Salesforce is providing the services. For example, I would say that if you have a laptop or internet connection or a mobile, so you can access Salesforce in one go. Like on the, you can go to developer account, you can log in and you can check your marketing, sales, and service forecasts. And also, if you are not with the laptop, you can download the Salesforce One mobile application from the Play Store, and you can access in one go. And about the Salesforce platform, it has so many functionality like built-in database, user-friendly graphical user interface, business logic layer. So it's as a multi-layered security model. So uh, according to me, like the best thing I love about Salesforce is like its security model. It's a very good security model. So if you Google and if you like come across, like you will get that Salesforce has very good Salesforce security. So nowadays hackers are so smart to hack the any organization and play with the data. But due to Salesforce, it has a very good security model that divides into the org level security, record level, and field level. So the only the owner who is dedicated to that permissions will can access. No, no one can spam it. So it is the data driven, data centric application with objects and fields, like I already told. And it's a type of like typical RDBMS, like relationship database management system, like MS Access Oracle. So some of you might have heard of MS Access Oracle. And it's also metadata stored in the same database. Like I already mentioned earlier that it's a it got auto upgraded in 3 times in a summer, winter, and spring. It's a multi-tenant and metadata driven architecture. So Salesforce is providing so much of business and so much of learning, so one can learn. So, and Salesforce has divided into the three categories like infrastructure as a service. So here the cloud service providers offer virtual machines and IT infrastructure, storage, network, and operating system to the customers as a service, and customers pay them as per use. For example, if you are taking any services, for example, I would like forget about Salesforce. I would like take the example of visiting a mall. If you are visiting a mall and if we are visiting to a McDonald's and we are taking the coupon of only burger, not Coke. So the McDonald's will only provide us the burger, not the Coke. So pay per use service. So whatever we pay to Salesforce, Salesforce will give us back as a service. And talking about the software service, so Salesforce delivers the software applications over the internet on demand and on subscription basis. Like I earlier took the example of McDonald's. Like whatever, for example, I was working on the Service Cloud. So whatever things that comes in Service Cloud, it is delivered to the customers, and that subscription is done by the Salesforce, like from the client or from the company. So whatever we pay, whatever like what we get. And Salesforce is also categorized in the platform as a service. For example, while logging into Salesforce, we have different platforms, force.com, and it's providing a platform like for development. We can develop our apps on the Flash on the force.com. And coming back to its model, like it's a model view controller pattern. So basically, we learn in our college days in the Java. So it's a model. For example, database concepts like SFDC objects and related elements. Objects in the sense like Salesforce has standard objects like accounts, contracts, opportunities, leads. So these are the standard objects. So that Salesforce provides. So we don't need to create. And if in additional, if the client requirements come sometimes, so we need to create that additional objects and all. So we need to create the custom object. So it is created by ourselves. So whatever we create, it's a custom object. And based on the client requirement, we can work upon simultaneously on the standard objects as well as on the custom object. So it's a view. So it's like we can view on the browser page, mobile page, page layout, view of pages, like visual force pages. Like in Salesforce, like what I personally feel that we can change the page layouts and all as an admin or working as a BA. So based on our likings, based on the client requirement, we can change the page layouts, and and also change the business logic, like working on the process builder validation rules. If client wants some email trigger to the customers while the opportunity is won or lost, we can try to implement the business logic by using the Salesforce. And talking about the security model mind map, so it's like object level security, record level, or an org level. So basically, I will not go much deeper here because we will have in the classes coming. So we will have the just overview because it will jump on your mind. And so, for example, taking the example of a bank. So customers may hold savings and checking account, credit card and bank account. All customers can enter the bank premises, like org levels access. For example, we are visiting to a mall, and we can all enter the mall by taking the $1 or $2 tickets. So that depends on uh, what the charge that mall is taking. So only the customers who hold a locker will get access to the locker room, object level access. So while entering the mall, we will enter the mall, and if we have access to the cinema tickets, so we can enter the cinema tickets, but not we cannot go to the casino and all. So basically, it's like divided into the security model is so much good. So you will love it, and and as a system admin, you will come across so many requirements that please give access to these agents and all. And based on the client requirement, we can give the profiles, roles, permission sets and all. And we will, and also we will learn the data handling and processing. And basically, it's using the Sales Cloud and the functionality of data loader. So clients, I was working for the New York client, and the client had like big data of around 50,000 plus records, and also it's very difficult task to handle the manually. So I was using the data loaders on that, so uploading the contacts accounts and all in the Sales Cloud and all. So basically, it's data handling and processing. So we will come across data loaders, data import wizard. So also we will use the third party tools like migration tool and all. So basically, all the data of Salesforce or all the client bulk application we can handle on this. And reports and dashboards in Salesforce. So it's the heart of Salesforce. So of any organization you are working upon. So if any client meeting is there, if any client presentation is there, no one will ask you what you have prepared. So basically they will ask for the reports and dashboard to show the data. So coming to the reports and dashboard in Salesforce, so reports are available for standard Salesforce objects like accounts, opportunities, cases. So for example, taking the example of Service Cloud. Uh, for example, we can take Ashwin Narukar. So, for example, if Ashwin is working in my organization as an agent of sales, so if my his manager wants me as a system admin to pull the reports of Ashwin, so I can easily pull report of Ashwin and put in front of his manager that in the last past 1 month what Ashwin has done and what he is not doing and all. So it's all in the categorized manner. We can summary reports, joint reports, matrix reports. So based on the client requirement, we can present the reports and also the dashboards. Like it has the custom dashboards and dynamic dashboards as well. So basically, on based upon the requirements of the customers, we can work upon. And taking you to the activity management. And again, you can track your activities that are linked to standard objects, accounts, leads, and opportunities. There are two types of activities like task events. For example, working on the workflow rules in Salesforce, we can work upon the task events. Like we can schedule the events and schedule the task, and also based upon the timings, it will be executed. And the best part of Salesforce is business process automation. So basically, earlier we need to hire a developer to do some to build this process automation because it was required to code on the Apex and Trigger, but the Salesforce feature of process builders and workflow actions, we can create our own applications like automation. So on a one click go, you can do many things. And workflow actions we can do, like we can create the new task. I earlier mentioned that we can clear the email alerts. For example, if we can, for example, I would take example of a company. So if some employees are requesting the leave to the manager, so email alert will go to the that manager to approve or not. So we can create that also. We can update the fields, we can send the outbound messages. But it was limited to workflow actions. But Salesforce launched this process builder. So based on the process builders, we can actually do the process automation, like creating the record, email alerts, flows, post to chatters. Like on Facebook groups, you are posting the some photos and all, and you're getting the notifications. And here in like you will feel similar in the chatter in Salesforce. For example, you are posting some opportunities that is won in the sales cloud or service cloud. So the person who is associated with the chatter account will get the notification that yes, opportunity is won or lost. So based also, it's the best feature of process builder. So we can do, so we can do it. And also we can, for example, if some salesperson is there, and if he or she is like getting the a renewal quote of like $50 or $100, so it requires some manager's approval. So we can also submit it for approval and all. And we can also update records. So so many functionalities of Salesforce is there. So like I will honestly say you that you need a lot of practice to get hands on and get your hands dirty. So we will help you to create your account, free account. We will also create like help you to create like trailhead accounts. That's a playground of Salesforce. The more you get your hands dirty, the more you learn. It's an example. So like I already told you that it's chatter. Chatter can be used as a company internet or employee directory. Like each profile employee has a profile which with photo and work related information that explain what the employee's role is within the company. So like Facebook, all the employees will have their data. Like for like he or she is the CEO of a company working as a sales executive, marketing executive, and all. So based on the requirement, they will get all the feeds and control or notification like we get on Facebook and LinkedIn. So I would take one use case of Wells Fargo. So earlier Wells Fargo was not using the Salesforce CRM. So they were facing so many challenges, like customers were not connected. Like I already said, that chatter is the best way to connect to the employees, like on Facebook or LinkedIn and all. So no tools to cater customer needs. So there were no tools to track the deals and all, and unsatisfactory user experience. So customers were not happy. So their productivity was hampering. So Wells Fargo used products of Salesforce like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Chatter. By using Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Chatter, they got the solution, and they come across to deepen the customer relationships, solid channels, Chatter, and all. So, taking like it's a one-stop solution, Salesforce. So there are so many web services like Amazon Web Services, like Viva CRM, Salesforce CRM, but Salesforce is the best. So 1 minute. So basically, we will cover all the things in like week one, week two, week three, week four, week five, and week six. So we will have all the hands-on practice, as well as we will support you on projects. And this COVID-19 has taught us one thing, that we can work remotely. So we can help you to get the projects that you can sit at your home, sit it like easily, and you can work upon. So that's all for we will cover in all the 6 weeks. So Dev sir, that's all from my
Good.
side. You can add
Yes.
anything.
Thank you. Thank you, Devendra. Sometimes the technical people may not be as engaging as what a storyteller can be. So Devendra is a technical person. He will deep dive in at any given particular time into the technology. I request him all the time to give an overview level, because sometimes it can scare people of the technology. As I said, nobody learns in mother's womb. You need to have an appetite to learning and an open mind. It's like we watching a particular movie multiple times. I always give this classic example. I see majority of it is in Asian crowd, South Asian crowd, watching a movie called Sholay. Many of you must have watched it, if not one time, maybe 10, 20, 50 times. And if you keep watching it, it gets ingrained in your ecosystem. So even though the movie was released in 1975, even if someone wakes you up at the middle of the night and asks you, who was Thakur or who was Jay, who was Biru, who was Basanti, I'm sure most of you will give 10 on 10 on those questions and answers. That's what happens here in this training courses. There are videos, there are instructor-led trainings. So you plug and play the video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Come to the training session. The instructor will elaborate those videos, those workshops, will spoon feed you what is important, what is not, what to learn, what not to. Uh, and every training session will be a good mix of having those videos, watching those videos, coming with some information, and then the trainer will have that interactive session with you all. Those especially have worked in a customer service background, sales background, marketing background, have a good knack of communication skills, think they are social. Salesforce administration and business analysis is a great tool. Reason being business analysis, analyzing the business. So, if you know sales, well, customer is the king. And once the sales happens, then how you can manage that customer, so the entire customer relationship, most of you would understand. And irrespective of the client domain, more or less, the customer engagement remains the same. How we can keep them in the loop, engaged, and if there are any grievances, how in a timely fashion we could resolve those grievances. That's in a nutshell is what Salesforce as a CRM does. And second is and the second is development. So today we are covering administration and business analysis, which does not require any coding. All it requires is common sense. And if at all you have a little background in customer service, sales, marketing, or in general, how the business get transacted, that becomes very helpful. So we'll take a few questions if any one of you have. Uh, if you have missed, and some of you I see missed the previous session, the recorded copy of this session will be sent to you. It will give an opportunity for you to understand from A to Z, holistically, the entire training landscape of Salesforce administration and business analysis, as well as Guru School in general. But I would like to take a few questions if you have any. There is so much of quiet, that means you all understood what we were saying, or it all went bouncer. So anybody have any questions, please feel free to ask. No question is uh, good and bad. Don't worry about it. Or you could text the question. We will take the question.
Hello.
Yes, Ashwini ji.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I wanna know the difference between the administration and the development going on the Salesforce technology. How it differentiate?
Well, an administrator, hardware and software, right? A developer is doing the dirty coding.
Yeah.
Administration, you're installing, you're installing the application, you are giving the rights, right? Meaning who should access this particular uh, segment of the business, who should not. So giving the rights, giving the access, removing the access, creating those users, that's all administration. Administrators do not engage necessarily into development. There is a breed called Devendra Bhardwaj. He does administration as well as development because he loves Salesforce. But in general, these are two different species. Okay, administrators, and these are different tracks also for certification. So
There's
administrators are more sysadmins guys, and development, developers are doing development. Devendraji, do you want to add more?
Yes, sir. So,
Go ahead.
Ashwani, your query is quite good. So, for Salesforce admin, like sometimes we need out of the like use we can use the out of the box functionality of Salesforce. For example, working on the triggers in Apex, sometimes as an admin also you need to be one liner or two liner code. We need to write like triggers to achieve that target. So as an admin also that 2% or 5% we can do the development work. But if we are not achieving that particular requirement by using the out of the box functionality that the Salesforce admin provides, then we can opt for developer. So like Dev sir mentioned, like it's all the coding work. So Salesforce admin the smart work like managing the data of giving the access, like removing the access, like Dev sir wisely said. So it's all the difference between the Salesforce admin as a developer.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, I want to know that this is the Salesforce administration training, right? So
Yes.
after that, we need to learn more about the development also, or is there the means
So these
perfectly
are
the
two
same?
different. These are two different tracks.
Yeah. So
These are
so
two
we
different tracks.
we have to learn the different development session that
No, no.
that's do not included here, or they do not relate any other.
There are jobs, Ashwini ji, which are for Salesforce administrator business analysis. That's it. That's the job. That's all you do. And then there are jobs which are for Salesforce developers. And that's all they do.
Okay.
And there will be few jobs who will say we need administrator with good hands-on experience on development. And there will be breed like Devendra who does both. But historically, these are two separate skills.
Oh, yeah.
Administration is different and developers are different.
Okay.
Needless to say, if you do both, you will get more money. Yes? Because you are saying, hey, by taking me, you are getting two different contractors. So you must pay me more.
Yeah. Right.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. But otherwise, these are two different skills. We have a training track for Salesforce development
And,
also. So
and
in that training track, see, not everyone, right? I mean, do you have any coding or development background, Ashwini?
yeah. Yeah. Moreover, I have the
Do you
development
have
background
in what? What language?
in Java.
In Java. Okay. So if you have any development background, say you're a Java developer, and who brought you in for the session? Who's your recruiter? Do you know at Guru Schools? Who's interacting with you?
Uh, Ruchi.
Ruchi. Okay. So interact with Ruchi. If you have worked on Java, maybe good tracks for you could be Java full stack. That's
Yeah.
another good track if you have done good on Java, or Java with Selenium. Because if you already your fundamentals are clear on Java, then it doesn't make any sense to learn something new altogether. So you just build on play on your strength. So if you know Java, then learn full stack and become a Java full stack developer. Or if you know Java, then you could have a different track of Java Selenium queue automation. Okay, so interact with Ruchi, and then Ruchi, we 3 times a week we have candidate counseling sessions. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, wherein people like you come through these sessions and they talk to us, explain what their experience is, background is, and based on that limited whatever information we get, we try to give them uh, the most suitable track which we can have, which should help them to get a job. Okay, so coordinate with Ruchi, and then she will guide you further. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Dev sir, I want to add something here.
Sure.
So Ashwini, you are a Java developer, right?
No, I'm not a Java developer. I just know the Java language. That's it.
Okay, so basically, taking the example of my friend, so he was also a Java developer, but now he is a Salesforce developer. So Java, like Salesforce uses language of Apex, so it's similar to Java. So if you want to be a Salesforce developer, so first you need to learn the basic of Salesforce, like Salesforce Pro, like admin part, and then you can opt to development. So if you know the development and Java coding and all, so it will be very familiar. Like Apex is the language that Salesforce uses for the coding purpose, so it's similar to Java.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
As sir said, I will do the sessions with Miss
Sure.
Ruchi and then she will
Yeah, sure, sure.
help me more about that,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, again, nobody learns in mother's womb. It's an art of learning, unlearning, and relearning, right? Like typewriters, from typewriters to pagers, from pagers to Nokia phones, and from Nokia phones to smartphones, and from smartphones to watch phones, right? We have come a long way. Anyone have any other questions? Okay, Archana typed the question. So Archana, wait, let me answer the Archana's question. Archana, if you plan on taking the training and to work with us at least on one project, this training session is free for you for 6 weeks of training, as well as reference ready resume preparation, uh, preparing you for the vendor interviewing, client interviewing, project support, up to 6 months of project support. That's all bundled into our art of giving. This is for Archana. Uh, Shweta, you have a question. Go ahead.
I have a question like, is this course going to guide me for the certification too?
Yes. Maybe you missed that uh, session. So yes, this will guide you for the Salesforce administration certification.
Okay.
Well, most of our training courses will guide you to that relevant course which you are looking for.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, well, if you have any more questions, I wanted to make it within 1 hour. We are almost coming to close to an hour. If you have any questions, don't be a stranger. Ask us now. If not,
So Payal has asked a question.
file. Okay. Would you cover business analyst training as well, as I cannot see be a topic on the flyer? Well, business analysis, yes, it will be covered. Payal. Business analyst, the answer is in the question. It analyzes the business, right? So basically, knowingly, unknowingly, consciously, subconsciously, you will be taught the sales cycle, the customer relationship management cycle. which most of us know also, right? Uh, but it will just be highlighted, right? Customer is the king, how it happens, and the whole nine yards. So in this track, yes, along with Salesforce administration, you will be trained in business analysis. Okay, because the Salesforce administration track often go hand in hand with business analysis, where you're talking to the users, you're talking to the executive, C-executive level management, understand what their requirements, what they're looking to do for Salesforce administration deployment, and then work with the Salesforce developers towards communicating those requirements to them. So there will be analyzing the new development and new project work, which you will be also be taught, right? So what is an FRD, functional requirement doc? I mean, it's not a rocket science. It's basically the olden ways of, glorified stenos or admin assistants or documentations or content writers. You simply write down what the management wants to do in an English comprehension ways, and then have patiently work with the developers in getting their job done and be the liaison between the management and the developers. Okay, any more questions? Well, this is one of the most popular track. Okay, every single Fortune 5,000 company uses a CRM because the whole business is customer centric. This is 2020. So customer is the king. How to woo the customer, and the customer retention is not only an art, it's a science. And for that science, there are products like Salesforce, and Salesforce is the big daddy market leader within the sales CRM. Okay, so if you are looking to have a quick learning, easy learning, and to get a job in IT, which is less cumbersome, which does not require too much of coding and banging your head against the wall if you don't like coding, then this could be one of the skills which you should definitely try looking at. Tomorrow, same time, we're having one more session, which is more exhaustive and which will go more long. So make sure you have your supper and come. It entails 4 different topics: project management, business analysis, quality assurance, and Scrum. Okay. Basically, there are 2 courses: project management, business analysis, and Scrum. And then the second track is business analysis, quality assurance, and Scrum. These are 2 different tracks. But because we have a larger audience and because we have the same trainer fraternity, we are combining together just for the sake of convenience. So those who are functional, doesn't know coding, but have good communication skills, are a little social, and do not want to do coding, may also come with an open mind for that training session, which is tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern time, same link, but it will be a different skill, which you will be seeing at a holistic level. That training track will go an hour, 20 minutes because it's more robust and there'll be a lot of people coming in. And on Saturday night, again 9 o'clock, we will be having Selenium QA automation training track, which will be about an hour, give and take, similar to this. Those who have done manual QA, those who also do not want to do too much of programming, knows a little bit of Java, and wants to learn automation QA, that's a great skill. Again, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So tomorrow and day after, As I said, there are two different training workshops. You're more than welcome to join. Same link will work. And I look forward to seeing some of you who are interested to knowing what's out there. Hopefully, that would give you a little more, uh, I guess, broaden your horizon, get some idea. And if you still have any more questions for Salesforce training track, training at guruschools.com is the email ID, www.guruschools.com. Those who know their parents or grandparents understand what Gurukul is, understand how it has helped transform a man or a woman in a good human being. That's what we are trying to do. With so much of job destruction and with so much of an unemployment happening in this great nation as well as in India, as a person with dual heritage, first generation immigrant, it is my humble effort towards, I guess, rising up to the occasion and giving that opportunity so that most of you can seek a career. The good thing about COVID 19, as Devendraji said, COVID 19 taught us that work can be done remotely. So you can be in any part of the world or you can be in any part of the USA and you can still do work. So those who are beginners or kickstarting late boomers their career, it gives you a great opportunity, at least for the next 6 to 12 months, wherein you can be in your pajamas and you will be working on a project, and our offshore team, depending upon what skills you are getting training on, will be on the sideline giving you that support, that much needed support. So you are not walking in the den, shivering, scared, and having a big question mark on your face because you're working remote. You're very confident and you're very happy that yes, I will be having that support, and that support will help you sail through. And then practice makes you perfect. Nobody uh, becomes a sous chef or a chef in mother's womb either. We learn, err and learn. And as cooking can be mundane, same thing, most of these IT skills are mundane. So you're doing repetitive things over and over again. And by doing those repetitive skills and those things, it just hones your skills and makes you a pro at it because you're doing it every day. Okay, that's all I have got. So I thank you all for joining in. I appreciate you giving your time out. And for those who wants to join us tomorrow, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well as day after tomorrow.
So I
Thank
guess there
you.
is one more question. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Deblina, please ask.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I have one more question. My name is Devlina and I am an MBA in HR and I have worked in India for more than close to 6 years.
Okay.
So I don't have any IT experience and all. So could you please suggest me what would be best module for me to get a job?
Okay. What I suggest you, Debulina, right?
Yes, yes.
Bangla?
Hello.
I said Bangla? Well, in advance,
Yeah.
Durgastami greetings in advance.
Yeah.
What
Thank
I
you.
suggest you, Debulina, is come on our weekly candidate counseling sessions, Monday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Friday. So it's tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
at noon
Mm-hmm.
Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be speaking to our team. There'll be team of experts.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll understand in more details because I do not want to hold other people because of you. So that's more offline questions about your career counseling. So we'll ask in the session. So who's your recruiter? Ruchi is your recruiter.
Ruchi, yes, yes.
So coordinate that with her. Could
Okay.
Ruchi? That's a different link. So Ruchi share that another link for tomorrow's noon call session, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you, Deblina.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, all right. That's all I have got. The hour and it's an hour. So I thank you all for joining in, and you all have a good night.